out as well. Vince Flynn, author of a brand new thriller. It is called Pursuit of Honor. Hits the bookstores tomorrow. I finished it. I actually tweeted about it this weekend. You don't get my tweets?
No, I'm not really a tweeter.
You're not?
I need that. I need time during the day to clear the mind. Think about the
Sure, whatever. I was going to say this is a fantastic book. In fact, I think the best he's ever written. In fact, I know it is the best. And let's just say, is it 50?
Chapter 50.
Chapter 50. I don't want to give anything away, but let me just say, it's almost conservative porn. It is. It's where
my mother's watching.
It's
today,
where it's where the main character goes into Congress and gives him a piece of his mind, and you almost think, oh yeah, ooh, that's erotic. It's great. So congratulations on the book.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I want to talk to you a little bit about the Nobel Prize.
Yep.
My first thought was, this is just so revealing on how this whole system works. You know what I mean? But the second is, it may be more revealing on how Europe and the rest of the world views Obama. He is dismantling the United States one piece at a time.
Well, it's interesting because I know where you're coming a little bit, that in their mind he absolutely does deserve it.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because I go back and I look at, these are the people, these 5 Norwegians, who they were the ones that came up with these ideas like, don't discipline your children, always give them several choices.
Yeah, and it's worked out well for us.
Let's not keep score when our kids play t-ball and soccer. And think about how this, feeds into where we're going with all of this. Mm-hmm. They're taking away the idea that this country was built on a meritocracy, that you actually work and achieve through your God-given talents and you progress in the world. How he got this?
Well, no. These were the people that came up with, let's not keep score.
But they're also,
let's not keep score on what he's actually done.
Yeah.
He tried really hard. It is the first, I think it's the first Nobel Prize given for attendance. You know what I mean?
That's an interesting way to look at it. But remember, these are also the same people that gave Yasser Arafat one.
Yeah.
They gave Al Gore one for making peace with Mother Earth.
Yes.
I mean, it's starting to become a bit of a punchline. Yeah. Now, there is a way, I think, for him to redeem himself on this. I don't know if he'll do it, but he should go over there to accept it on behalf of the men and women in the United States military.
That would be fantastic.
And then he should take the prize money and he should give it to the Gold Star mothers.
Yes,
and the Wounded Warriors.
I absolutely
don't give it to some community organization.
No, you know what? He should give it. He should just give it all to the IRS, because after all, we're finding out that that's the best way to use your charitable givings. Okay, back with Vince Flynn. We're playing the chicken game. That's what we're playing. Vince Flynn is a friend of mine. He's author of Pursuit of Honor, a new thriller, goes on sale tomorrow. It is his best. If you are a Vince Flynn fan, this is your best novel. You're also an expert on the CIA. You do an awful lot of work behind the scenes of the CIA. And, I said just a few minutes ago that President, it feels to me like we're dismantling America. We're dismantling the engine through industry, giving it all to the unions. We're dismantling the financial system by destroying the dollar. Mm-hmm. What's happening in Afghanistan is an abomination. It's shameful on how we're treating our soldiers over there. And then all the guys that we said on September 11th, from Nancy Pelosi to Dick Cheney, get them.
Go get them.
Do whatever you have to.
Bring their head back in a box.
Now, those same people, half of those same people, are now saying, bring the CIA agents that went and got them, bring their head to me in a box.
Starting back 2 books ago, my writing took a change because a lot of my contacts at the CIA, I saw the personal toll this war was taking on them. Marriages were falling apart. Moms or dads were gone for years on end while teenagers, started doing drugs because their parents weren't around. Right. And they are the unsung heroes of the war on terror. And a lot of them left. They were run out of the agency. Or they just said, I can't do this anymore. And what's left now, there's still a lot of good men and women there, especially in the clandestine service, but they are fighting a rear guard of a retreating army. They are literally...
Who is watching our country? I mean, look, the CIA has its problems, but every department has their problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
these guys executed what we told them to execute.
When the IRS has a problem, typically somebody doesn't die. These are the people, they are the tip of the spear. These are the people that prior to 9/11, if we would have had our act together, would have been out assassinating Osama bin Laden, who had declared war against us.
Let me ask you this. I have less than a minute. Do you see a moment like in Chapter 50, Mitch Rapp comes in front of Congress and he lets them have it? Do you see any of these guys, if they keep being betrayed, coming up and saying...
I think the frustration is mounting. I think that there's a lot of good men and women. The legal bill, fortunately, there's a lot of lawyers volunteering their time right now.
Yeah.
But a couple of weeks ago, they sent a letter up to the Hill and they said, you keep it up, and we are going to start to tell our side of the story, which is that we sat in this meeting with Speaker Pelosi, and we told her everything. And then she acts like, oh, I had no idea they were doing it.
Good.
It's that line from Casablanca. There's gambling in this joint. I'm shocked. They all knew it.
All right. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow on the radio show.
Thank you.
Full hour with Vince Flynn tomorrow, and he's fascinating to listen to, and it's a great new book, Pursuit of Honor. I claim to have read it. Good news. We'll be back in just a second with good news.